Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We've got some more Obi-Wan Red content for you. The reason we're jamming this so much on the channel is because this is my deck I'm taking to sectors. Just a quick note for me personally, I'm not making it to the PQ on the 20th anymore in Boise. I have a men's church retreat for my church, and I figured it'd be better to spend some time with my brothers in Christ that weekend instead of going out and doing something selfish for myself. And in turn, a lot of good things have been happening for me. So praise God, and let's jump into some games. We'll catch you there. All right, we've got Obi-Wan Red versus Anakin Blue. Let's see if we can take down this pretty hard deck to beat. Not with this opening. Absolutely not. Alright, this might be a little better. Drop a Yoda. Ooh, I don't really want to drop two Yoda. So I guess it's Mace. Yikes. This might not go our way. We'll claim we're not really playing too many events in here. I think pretty much in the main deck it's only Force Throw. So that shouldn't affect us too hard here. Oh, man. I think we'll drop Kelleran. I think we'll try to catch him off guard with this Huyang in a future turn. Maybe the turn we flip leader if we can't find Blade. Otherwise, it'll probably just go into the resources. We are going to go ahead and just hit into... Could hit into Adi. It would be pretty interesting here, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit into the base. That's fine. We'll just throw an experience counter here. No claim. Cool. Yoda's lightsaber could be sweet, but I'm not going to do that. I think this Poe is going to be pretty gnarly. Let's go ahead and just take out Adi. Let's see. They're probably going to play Turret. Right. They're more than likely playing Turret. Yeah, we'll just take out Adi. That's fine. They don't play Turret. That is super interesting. So we'll just go ahead and trigger to draw some cards here. Jedi Consular doesn't seem so great. Though it would have been okay, I guess. That's fine. I think we'll just... This is interesting. I don't want to put so much damage on his base to where I can't deal with Anakin. Huh. I do think I need to deal with... Do I really need to deal with it? No, I'll get my 3 damage in while I can. So let's probably send the secretive set. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and just flip Obi. Sorry. Adi. Let's just go ahead and play out Poe. We will go ahead and hit the base, put an experience counter on Poe, and pass. Force throw is going to be really sweet here. We're going to be on 6. It's a little awkward, but they fell the dragon. That's fine. I want to save this force throw to be able to deal with Anakin when they flip it. So let's go ahead and just... let's hit the base. Let's get some damage in. Sure. Now I can play this pretty freely. I'm going to use this. I will discard. I have one Kelleran down, one Huyang down. I think I'd rather get rid of the the Kelleran. And I'll pass. So now we're going to be on 7. Huyang is kind of sweet, but I do want to regurgitate my, or not regurgitate, recuperate my hand. Sorry for the misspeaking there. They're going to send that here. Oh, they're going to be able to take out both. Oh, no? Okay. That's fine. Let's see. What if we go ahead and crash into Adi? So they don't have Luke. That's very good for us. Let's grab. It's interesting because I have Gungi in hand, but if I grab Gungi and Poe, and we'll pass. I think we're doing okay. We can drop the Gungi here. That's fine. Yeah. We figured that would happen. They're on 7. But what I can do is trigger, heal up my base, pop that. And now they can't really deal with that, and I can claim here. And now they could have a removal spell for Yoda, which would be problematic. I could probably drop 1 blade here. So let's go ahead and just crash into the base. Sure. We'll just deal with that. That's fine. I'll play. I think I'll start on Mace. Sure. Put the General's Blade here, and now they have to come up with an answer for it. If I go to 10, I can then play Adi with Yoda. That's fine. Let's go ahead and just crash in for 3 while I can. My next unit costs 2 less. So now I can play out Adi. I can play Yoda. I'll just pass on that. I'm going to give the experience token here and probably get rid of Itinerant. And then pass. I'm done resourcing here. Sure. Let's go ahead and just crash. Sure. They'll use their force. That's pretty good. Now what I can do is do I give an experience token, or do I just... I think I just deal 4 to Yaddle so he can't restore. I guess we'll get rid of that. And now... this is... I should have got rid of the turret, but it's fine. I can play out Ki-Adi. I'll draw 2 and pass. And now I've like got a lot of good things going. That was a slight mistake on my part, but I think we're fine. Like I think we're fine. Even if they have a Luke here, we still can do some good stuff. So they don't. So let's go ahead and... Oh, what if we just force throw us... Get rid of this. This presents lethal. And that's game. Alright everybody, we're back at it with some more Obi-Wan Red, and now we are up against Bossk Data Vault. So let's see how this one goes. This one could be interesting. I don't have a really good opener, so I'm going to mulligan. Why did I not mulligan? It like almost mulliganed into the same hand. Okay. Claim. Well, that's interesting. I want to keep my big stuff so I can force throw. But I guess we'll play this. They'll play that. I'm not going to force throw that, so I'm just going to claim. Huyang plus force throw could be really solid. We'll drop the Quinlan here. Let's go ahead and... Should I just attack for one? That doesn't seem great. Let's just play this. They probably have an open fire. I can't really stop that. But they go ahead and do that. That's kind of wild. Kind of wild. They're going to flip Bossk. Okay. See, now we're cooking. I would like to discard, and I'll get rid of that. Now what do you do? See, they had the open fire, so I'll just put an experience here so I don't get got by another open fire. And here I can probably play Poe. Just slam it, flip my leader. So I'll hit for 3, slam it, flip my leader, attack for 3, give this an experience counter. They're going to have a hard time dealing with this Poe. That's fine. We'll attack. I'll deploy. I'll play. I'll hit. Give an experience token to Poe. Blue leader's not great. So I'm going to drop the blue leader. Yes. Oh, this is hard. Alright, I'm going to drop the blue leader. They can overwhelming barrage, but that doesn't do it. And if they crash into Poe here, we're feeling really good. But they could go into Obi just to like overwhelm for a damage. But then Huyang comes and cleans that up, which they did. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and crash into the base. And I'll discard Obi-Wan here. And I'll just deal 2 more to the base. They'll hit me for 4. I'll clean up here. They'll claim. I'll play this, trigger, draw some cards, and pass. Poe is really good, but I won't have time to deploy it again. So we'll get rid of it. I don't know what they could have on this resource turn to deal with the Poe, because even overwhelming barrage doesn't do it. So they force choke. Interesting. Okay. They must have some more removal. So let's just go ahead and hit the base, and we'll discard. I don't really want to kill this thing. Yeah, we'll discard Mace just to push 2 more damage. Here they play overwhelming barrage. That's fine because I can play Kelleran and... Yeah, let's play Kelleran, which gets me into an Obi. And now they kind of just have to claim. I can ditch one of these, that's fine. But I'm feeling pretty ahead of the game here. They need to deal with this Kelleran now, or I just win. And they can't OB. They can reinforcement walker, and that kind of does it. Well, not really. They only got one resource left. I'll just hit. And I'll hit again, and that's game. Sick. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, we've got Obi-Wan Red versus Admiral Piet Red. So, Red-Green Heroic versus Red-Green Villainous. Let's see who catches this game. We've got an okay opening. I'm not particularly stoked on it, but we'll keep it. I'll drop the Jedi Consular and probably... Oh, Yoda feels bad, but I'll drop the Yoda. We'll start on Gungi here. That's fine. They can take a peek at my hand. I'll claim. Now we've got some fun stuff we can do. So let's go 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can drop the Adi here. Let's just buff here. They got an open fire, that's fine. We'll go ahead and hit for 4. Give an experience token here. They'll claim, that's cool. Which is better, Ki-Adi or Quinlan? Quinlan is going to do us some things. Adi. We'll drop the Adi this time. Let's see what happens when we do this, the Ki-Adi. That's cool. We'll go ahead and just crash in while we can. They're probably going to take this out. Just like we thought. They'll flip Piet. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and just play this. I'm going to buff up here. And I'll claim. General's Blade. That's so good. Oh, boy. Well, what do I do now? I don't want to drop all my things. Okay. What I'm going to do... I need to get this capital ship out of here, right? So, let's... This is a toughie. This is a toughie. Because they could planetary me. That would suck. I think I'll hit the base for 3 and see what happens. They go ahead and hit me for 4. I'm going to put an experience counter here. I'm trying to play around disabling Fang Fighter too. So they're going to go ahead and do that. That's fine. I can force throw myself, discard Kelleran, and we'll get rid of that. That's not happening. I'm not having that happen anymore. Here we're going to go ahead. Can I race this? For sure. For sure. We'll deploy. I'll put this here, and then we'll hit for 6. And pass. Now we're just like 1 hit away. Yeah, I think we're okay here. Because even if they play another Devastator, we just got them. Yeah, and that's game, folks. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This deck is feeling so good. for once, since I've started playing Star Wars roughly a year ago, maybe even longer than that now, I've been struggling. Like, I'll build a deck and it does well, and then all of a sudden I just like kind of get got by everything that's going on. This is the one deck that I've built where I'm feeling confident. If this is a deck that interests you, go ahead and leave a comment below. Give God some praise tonight. He is Jesus. He is life, the truth, the way. He is Yahweh, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.